Welcome to another episode of Hoosier Nerds Podcast. This time with the four of us: Tim, Mikey, and the two Chris's.
Coming at you live across the country.
Yeah, we're very bougie about this too. We got a mic now, and then we have Tim on speakerphone coming in from New Bedford.
Which may or may not have a certain airport.
May or may not. So, Chris, you want to lead us off with the elephant in the room?
Yes, we're going to lead in with the elephant in the room. Does anybody want to talk about this besides me?
I don't really want to.
Okay.
I don't know much about it.
So,
And I'm from New Bedford.
so the elephant in the room is we had a subject on our last podcast episode, and now we know that it's true, and that it is that the Looney Tunes are irrelevant to kids like 18 and under, like they don't even care anymore.
See, this is what's wrong with this country. Looney Tunes are not relevant anymore.
So I was at my girlfriend's house, and she has two kids. Well, she has three kids, but two of which are 18 and 16. So I asked them, do kids your age care about Looney Tunes? Do you watch Looney Tunes? Are they relevant? And with a very quick no, we know that they're not. So I just don't know if Mr. James is going to have a blockbuster hit on his hands, since I don't know if any of these. I mean, I know who Bugs Bunny were. You know, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. They know who they are, but they're not clamoring to watch them.
They're not going to understand the jokes of when Daffy Duck gets his bill hit around to the back.
Those jokes are for. So for LeBron, I think he's got a bomb on his hands.
And it kind of sucks because it's not his first movie, because he had that one movie a couple years ago that he was in
with Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
he was funny in that movie.
He was great in that movie.
He was really good in that movie. But to lead a movie,
his first lead role, because he does want to get into acting. That's why he went out to Hollywood.
That's exactly why he went out to Hollywood.
I don't have. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing that we have such low expectations for this movie. This movie might be awesome, and we're just hating on it right now.
Yeah, man, I didn't want to like the first Space Jam.
Yeah.
Because of Michael Jordan.
And you liked it.
And I liked it. Yeah, it's a great movie.
We don't want to like this one because of LeBron James.
And it's going to be
But it's a different kind of dislike with LeBron than it was with Jordan.
Yes and no. For me, it's the same. I don't like Jordan or LeBron for almost the same reasons I didn't like Jordan, because he beat the Pacers all the time, and he's just that good of a player and wins all the time. But also, I guess with James, there is the political side where he is actually vocal about politics.
I feel like Jordan, I mean, this doesn't really have to do with anything, but Jordan was so much more cocky about being nasty than LeBron is.
Well, he
LeBron
stayed
definitely
in
has his cocky moments, but he's not sticking his tongue out while he's yamming on people.
But he stayed in one city the majority of his career.
But that last year?
He didn't hop from Cleveland to Miami back to Cleveland. He didn't go from Chicago to New York back to Chicago to L.A. and have all these other guys. He didn't do that. He stayed with. They won those championships with two different teams. They really did.
Players came to
Michael. Him. Yes.
But players go to LeBron too. But
he also goes to. He doesn't.
He goes to the winners.
He didn't want to win in Cleveland. He wanted to win in Miami.
He wanted just that one ring, so he could say he won in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone said.
He
ran.
wants to be in L.A. He wants to.
But it's not like Durant, where Durant went to a team that won 70 games.
That team is such bullshit. It is so stacked, it's ridiculous.
Which team? The LeBron team, or?
No, the Nets.
Yeah, but they just got their butts kicked by the Lakers last night.
Yeah, because they're not playing with all 5 or 6 nasty players, because one's always out hurt, quote unquote, out for health and safety, blah, 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 taking games off. When it comes playoff time, all 5 or 6 of them are going to be on the court almost always, and they're just going to wreck teams. They're going to have 150 points a game.
I don't know. The Pacers are, 7th seed right now? They're playing on the play-in game.
They'll get knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, they're going to get knocked out in the first round. They don't have...
the Nets just aren't playing at full strength, like in any given game. I mean, you could say that, like, arguably about like a lot of teams, but like as hurt as my Celtics have been this year, there's no chance in hell that even fully healthy they would be able to stand a chance against a fully manned net team.
It might be a good finals, Nets and Lakers, because that's probably what it's going to be. Unless somehow Utah.
I hope LeBron wins just so this super stacked Nets team doesn't win.
Low key, same, because I don't.
If it wasn't for the super stacked Nets team, then I would probably be against LeBron winning again.
Same.
I just really want him to stay in the league long enough to play with his son.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want.
That'd be a good story.
1 year with his son, and then he can retire happily. I just want to see them like either on the same team together, which is I think he timed his contract to end when his son is supposed to come into the league, so that way he can pick what team he gets drafted to.
No. Well, LeBron's gonna pick what team gets the draft because
he's not gonna pick like what team his son gets drafted to.
Yeah,
but he's gonna pick his team based on where his son gets drafted.
Just like David Stern, Adam Silver will make it, so the lottery make sure that the first team is the right team for LeBron, and that they pick Bronny.
Like Patrick Ewing?
Like Patrick Ewing to the Knicks. The envelope
was folded in the corner.
Or everything else.
For the record, we got Rick Smits like 4 years later. I mean, that was a great trade-off. I'm sorry.
Hey, Rick Smits was better, I think. Probably not actually better, but as a Pacers fan, I like the Duncan Dutchman better.
They both played that. They were both a threat outside as well as the inside.
Not like they would be today, where they would have to be able to hit a three.
I didn't like him back then. I do now.
Who?
Patrick Ewing. I love his stories.
Yeah,
and
he's
was a
coaching
great
at Georgetown now. He's a college coach. I think Georgetown.
I do like him now, but back then, of course, he was a Knicks guy. So
yeah,
you hated everything Knicks.
Hicks versus
Hicks. Yeah.
What was it?
Was it Hicks versus the Knicks versus the Hicks?
Knicks versus the Hicks. But let's move on to our the main event. Another Sidaris film.
Andy Sidaris film. I'm in love with this guy's library already.
Except for his first movie, Malibu Express, kind of sucked.
Yes.
But Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And speaking of, Chris, as in me, I got, do you throw shirts? And then the other Chris should be getting it later this week sometime.
That's right. I cannot wait.
And then we're going to go to the Comic-Con and be like, You throw?
We're going to throw Frisbees around the Comic-Con.
We're going to call everybody turkeys, too. We better call everybody a turkey.
And I need to get some mirrored sunglasses.
Did you see mine? I got some cheap ones from Kohl's.
I did. I'm going to have to get some mirrored sunglasses.
No. I didn't get the Ray-Bans like he has, because I'm not spending $200, but...
So, yeah, Andy said the Picasso Trigger.
Picasso Trigger.
Which is a sequel. It is the sequel to Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Because it has Kieran? How do you say that one girl's name?
I don't know.
The two girls from Hard Ticket to Hawaii were in this one, along with another brother.
Taryn, yes. Travis Abilene.
Yeah, another Abilene.
Rowdy brother. Abilene in Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Maybe it's like Bonds. They just give him the Abilene name.
His brother. No, they were brothers. Whatever.
Oh.
This one was Travis Abilene.
Okay.
And I loved his hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so that that natural curl that just it didn't move. So. Picasso Trigger, which this movie was all over the place.
The first 30 minutes was kind of sucky.
I didn't know who their character, like structure of the character. I knew nothing. I didn't know who. All I knew was that the girls were agents for federal agents.
But we still don't know what agency. They're just agents.
Federal agents. Yes. That there's no character background at all. They're just names and
boobs.
18 minutes in, and they're showering and sleeping with no clothes on, and
that's a record. For the first two.
Right.
The first two is like the first scene we got.
I know, right? It took a whole 18 minutes this time to see one of the federal agents in the shower
Can we?
It's like Squints in The Sandlot.
What?
Remember Squints in The Sandlot?
No.
When he's talking about Wendy Peppercorn?
I haven't seen The Sandlot in years.
Was it lotioning? What is it? Stunning and lotioning? Or
She knows what she's doing.
She's so lotioning. It's the same thing. So she was lathering.
Can we? Let's just. I don't even know where to start talking about this movie. I guess we talked about the boobs, but that's
Probably the
any.
beginning.
Well, yes, Tim. The first scene, I already knew the guy was a serial killer because he started buttoning his shirt from the middle button.
Yeah.
How do you guys, when you start buttoning your shirt, where do you start? Top
Well,
or
they
bottom?
all,
I do
well,
top,
they
yeah.
all, did he go up or did he just start
He
at
went
the middle
up, and then he
down?
went down.
Because they all wore their shirts like with their chest hairs.
No. Not Picasso Trigger, the Mad Lad. He started at the middle, he went up, and then he started on the bottom ones.
I didn't catch that.
I did, and it bugged me.
Let's talk about the plot. What happened?
Well, it starts off with the Picasso Trigger guy. I forget his real name. I just know his code name was Picasso
His
Trigger.
code name was Picasso Trigger.
He was donating a painting from some famous painter.
It was Van Gogh. It was supposed to be Van Gogh.
Oh, it was supposed to be Van Gogh, but it wasn't a Van Gogh. Of a Picasso Trigger, which is an actual fish, we've come to find out.
It is.
And then his priest butler, who was in the weirdest sidecar ever in a motorcycle, pulls out a freaking rifle and shoots him with it when he's leaving the event. And then it just creates a domino effect of then the brother of the bad guy in the last movie starts knocking off agents.
Yes, because he's mad because they killed his brother in Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It's oiling and lotioning.
Listening
Is what
to
Squint
is this a
says.
movie plot?
Yeah, this is the plot of the
Oiling
movie.
and lotioning.
Sounds like nonsense.
Lotioning and oiling.
Tim, you need to look up these movies.
How can you not be? We told you to watch these movies, Tim.
I was looking and I don't know how to read.
So, okay, I think what we need to do is say there's a new Star Wars or new Star Trek spin-off.
There you go.
It's
There
called-
You go. You gotta.
It's
just-
called Hard
just
Ticket to Hawaii.
fake
Watch
the
these
link.
episodes. We just got to name the episodes.
Right?
And then you're just, okay, watch this one. It's called Picasso Trigger.
You gotta fake the link like people used to do with the Rick rolls.
That, you know what? When that priest shot that guy, he was like freaking
Oswald?
Oswald with his Mannlicher Carcano. It was a bolt action rifle, and he just guns him down like Kennedy in the middle of this painting open house.
And he just zooms off on the...
Alejandro Felipe Salazar was Picasso Trigger.
Oh yeah, I remember there's some like... What's funny is they're in Paris and they never speak French. They spoke Spanish and English the whole time. And I'm like, wait. You guys are in Paris. Where's the French? I came for the French.
I mean, there's all kinds of these are the basic notes of the movie. So yeah, we had no idea who the people were for the first half hour of the movie.
Except, hold on, we got one name. It was his nickname for the director of the agency. You know, the Texan, the guy that was from Texas.
Yeah.
His name was Uncle Long
Uncle
Dong.
Long Dong. I wrote that down too. Uncle Long Dong.
And he's like, "What's up, Uncle Long Dong?" I was like, excuse me? Is this the type of uncle that you name Uncle Long Dong for a reason?
Yeah. How does he know that his uncle was he his uncle? Did he really know that he had a long dong? If his name, I mean, what kind of pedophilia they got going on here before that we may not know about? You had the fake waving. Remember the guy was walking through the party?
Yeah.
And he's like waving at people, and you knew it was like
Oh,
fake
yeah.
waving. And he's pointing at people and waving. And
When they're supposed to be talking to, I think they're at the strip club or the club or whatever. It's not really a strip club. They're doing some weird.
that stupid dance with those two girls.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
They look not even into it. They're not smiling. They're like,
He's
Bang,
doing
bang.
arm motions.
yeah, I'm doing arm motions for all of you who can't see. And when they're in there talking to each other, the two unnamed agents, they're not even looking at each other. They're like looking at the camera, like dead on.
Yeah,
at the
like they
camera.
were both. One was behind the other. How did they hear each other?
I don't know. It's a
Then you had the
mystery.
two agents that got killed going back to the field office.
Because the guy pulled a bazooka out in a helicopter and shot him.
He shot a bazooka out of a helicopter. To me, that would have brought that helicopter down.
The backblast would have killed everybody in there. And why were they in Vegas and they're driving to like LA in the middle of the desert? And they're taking the back roads.
Because they took the back road, yeah. Because they're agents. They don't take the main highway. I guess. And you could tell like beepers were in the mix because they used beepers quite a bit.
Yeah.
And like they would get these messages on their beepers.
Oh yeah, when we first get back to our main characters from the last movie, they take a shower and then they go diving.
Yeah, they both showered.
That was
oiling and lotioning and oiling. That's what Squid said. So she was lathering and rinsing all of her
humps,
her agent body parts.
Can we talk about the racism that happened when they were trying to kill these two agents?
You can't say. What about give them a lay and blow them away?
Give them a lay and blow them
That's
away.
That's L-E-I lay, not L-A-Y lay.
Because they're in Hawaii.
Because they're in Hawaii.
What they did was gave these people Hawaii lays, and then that was the key that the assassins, that these are the people that they had to kill.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, give them a lay and blow them away.
What was their message back after they killed them? There was some other code words. It was... gave them a lay. Now they're... I don't remember. Something else.
I don't have that one in my notes.
All
I had was give them a lay and blow them away.
It wasn't as good. And then when they're trying to kill the agents on the boat, they have a Japanese model kamikaze plane.
That was it! In Hawaii, yeah.
In Hawaii. The guy who's... Yeah, they're circling the boat. The guy who's flying the plane with the remote control puts on, one of the Japanese pilot headbands. You see all the Japanese pilots use in the movies. Just why? And then they ram it into the boat and it's like a nuke goes off. Like a little model plane that you could buy at Hobby Lobby. And they fly it into the boat, and like a nuke goes off.
It looked like the Coyote had strapped a couple sticks of dynamite to an airplane to blow up the Roadrunner, and then he blows himself up. That's what it was like. And don't forget, they had the C4 on the boomerang that showed up later.
I was going to bring that up later. The C4 boomerang.
Well, they showed that at the same time.
They did?
They just didn't they had it.
Oh, she did have the boomerang, but they hadn't strapped the C4 to it yet.
Then, okay, so our hero, which was it Randy Abilene?
No.
Travis Abilene, drove a Ferrari 308, like Magnum PI.
Scene for scene.
Scene for scene. So we're watching this movie, right? And he pulls over to talk to this girl on the side of the road in his Ferrari 308. And they show him, and then they show the back end of the car, and he tears off the grass back onto the highway in this Ferrari, and I was like, wait a second. There's a complete ripoff of the Magnum PI opening credits scene. Because they show Tom Selleck, and it says Tom Selleck, and he show him in the 308, and then he tears off of the grass back onto the highway in his Ferrari 308. That was scene for scene, just like Magnum PI. So they obviously ripped that off. Maybe, I don't know if people would have caught it. I'm sure people would have caught it back then.
Back then,
all the 6 people that saw this movie.
Jeez, we're more like half of them.
Right? But so what? I mean, these movies, they're bad. They're so bad, they are good.
Yeah.
Like, I would watch this movie again. I've seen a lot of terrible movies.
Yeah.
But, like I'll never watch The Horse Whisperer again. That's a Robert Redford movie. But I would watch this movie again.
I'll never watch Birdemic again.
Did you see it without the riff track?
No.
You saw the riff track version?
I had to watch the riff track version.
That movie's terrible. That was...
Even the riff tracks couldn't really help.
But I don't know. I like this movie. Travis Abilene, he's a real cool dude. He wore that really cool jean jacket I wanted, with like the fake leather on it. And he had his nice curly, kind of hair, kind of mullety, but not really mullety in the back. And...
Okay, so after the girl's boat got blown up,
yes,
the guy who picks them up in that truck, he sounded like the one guy from the swamp in Waterboy.
Oh, yeah, like the coach in the water boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to be from the middle of the swamp in Louisiana to know what he's saying.
I didn't realize Hawaii was so swampy. Or were they in Hawaii when they were on the swamp? Or was that Texas? Were they in Texas?
That was Texas there.
They do have some swampy areas there.
They traveled in this movie. They weren't just in...
Yeah, they weren't just in Hawaii. They traveled.
Paris,
They had that big shootout on these boats. And we find out
the middle of like Texas.
Yeah, Travis Abilene, he cannot shoot anything either, just like his other two brothers.
And he has a random Luger, like the one brother had a big ass 357 Magnum.
Right?
Travis has a Luger, straight from like an officer from the German army. And of course, like you said, he can't hit a moving target to save his life.
And he backed into the camera.
Yeah. Oh.
While he was during the shootout on the boat,
the camera shook.
The camera shook because his head he must have clocked himself on that camera. That had to hurt. But he ran into the camera during the dramatic shootout on the boat. Then that chick with some homemade bolt action rifle.
No. That's a survival. I don't know what it is with Sidaris and his survival rifles, but that's a survival rifle you put into your little bush plane, and you go up into Alaska. It's a little .22 long rifle.
It's a bolt action.
Yeah, it's a little survival rifle.
Okay.
You use it to shoot birds and squirrels, so
That's
you don't starve.
Right. They were in uncertain Texas. That's just where they were.
Yeah,
remember?
which you looked up, Mikey.
Yeah, it's a real place.
Is it a real place?
Yeah. Where at? Did you see where in Texas?
It's right on the border between on the east side, Texas and
Louisiana.
Sure. Yeah. That's right.
Well, that would explain why it's so swampy.
Yeah, that was just said. I knew there was swampland in Texas. Yeah, in uncertain Texas. And don't forget Andy Sidaris does have a cameo on the golf course with his nut cutter shorts on.
And can we talk about how he should be in the Masters?
Oh wow, it is on a swampland. Holy crap! Yeah. Yes,
Sidaris should have been playing in the Masters this weekend. He sunk a 90-foot putt, and he hit it, threw his golf club up, took a puff of a cigarette, threw it up. His caddy caught it and took a puff of it.
That was pretty awesome.
And then he sinks the putt.
A 90-foot putt with a pink ball from your local putt golf course, because it was a pink ball.
But and then after that, they start doing the planning for knocking off the crime boss and everything. And we come to find out that the warehouse boss from Hard Ticket to Hawaii got a promotion. He is now the professor and invents all their weapons.
He had the watch lighter. Remember the watch? That was pretty badass. They had a watch lighter.
He made a gun out of the guy's crutch, which was also a mortar, also a Geiger counter.
Yes.
And also had laser targeting on it. Because remember he lasered onto the guy's heart.
That's right.
Picasso Trigger had a heart.
That's right. Picasso Trigger had a
the thing that
he had a pacemaker.
Pacemaker.
And it has a GPS system in it.
Yeah. And he locked onto it and then shot a mortar out of this crutch. And then his cast has the bullets, the missiles, the mortars, and all of this extra doodads.
And of course, while they're on assignment, they have to go into a hot tub.
Yes, it helps her think.
Topless.
Taryn. Taryn has to be in a hot tub.
They have to be in a hot tub for the gratuitous nudity. Then they go to that building as telephone repair people. And the guy's got his shirt wide open. Your guy.
Oh, yeah, the karate dude with the ponytail.
Yeah, the karate dude.
Hell yeah.
From the last movie, who's now the head of SeaWorld in Hawaii.
He was a TV repairman, and they were walking around with their shirt open. They were telephone repair people, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that whole bad acting job. Who was that guy? Then they ended up throwing that guy out the window.
He was some boss in this mafia.
And I love in Andy Sidaris movies. He always throws somebody out of a 30-story building, and they float because they're not real, obviously.
Yeah, you see him
There's two trademarks. There's three trademarks. He's in the movie. He throws somebody out of a 30-story building, so he floats down because it's a dummy, and he blows people up with bombs, bazookas, and mortars. And like the clothes fly up in the air, and there's nothing left of the person.
It's like a rip-off Michael Bay.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be where Michael Bay studied.
Maybe. I mean, maybe he was on it, yeah. Also, they go the TV the telephone repair guy goes in that place, right?
Yeah.
The henchmen were wearing karate gis.
Yeah.
With machine guns.
And then he
had a knife.
And a knife. And he drops his shotgun to try to use his knife. And then they proceed to get their butt kicked by karate dude.
By the karate dude.
Can we talk about Mikey's hero in this movie?
The karate dude?
No. The yoked guy.
Oh yeah.
What was his name?
The big muscle build. I don't know what his name was, but he was the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
The guy on steroids.
He had muscles on his muscles. It was fucking awesome.
And he like tore this guy's arm. I don't know, he didn't tear it off, but
Yeah, he could have.
he could have.
That guy's humongous. I think that's Roid Rage at his finest. I'm not lying.
And that was his only part of the movie. He was like at the meeting, and then he was, tearing this guy apart.
And he was, well, in Hard Ticket to Hawaii, he was just a guy that didn't know how to carry a shotgun.
He was a bad guy.
I know he was, but
No, he was in the other one.
he was in Picasso Trigger.
No. He was in Malibu Express.
Oh, Malibu
Because
Express, that's right.
He was chasing Abilene through the desert
That's
and not knowing how to hold a
You're
shotgun.
right, my bad.
I thought he died in that. No, he got left in the desert.
He got left in the
Because
desert.
they shot his leg and they had to limp back out of the desert with an open wound.
Yes, Donna and Taryn are their federal agents. I'm trying to see who. He doesn't have any pictures, so I don't know who the black guy is with the big.
I don't know if they ever said his name.
Or the karate
No.
guy. Who's the karate guy? I don't know who was Hondo.
That was Hondo. I think the Hondo was the black guy.
No, Hondo is not the black guy.
Oh.
His name's Bruce Penhall. You can't get any more white than that. He still does a lot of work, but I don't know who the karate guy is. I wish I knew who the karate. Steve Bond is the guy with Travis Abilene, and he does a lot of work too. He's still pretty busy, actually.
A lot of the people in these movies, not like all the main people, still do
Be
work.
him. He's old now.
Was that the karate guy?
I believe so.
What's his
he
name?
doesn't have his ponytail. Rodrigo Obregon. His name was Miguel Ortiz in there, I think. But that's what it looks like. No, it's Harold Diamond.
Harold
No, it's
Diamond.
not.
Oh.
Oh, I have to take it. Hold on.
What is this guy's name? Rodrigo what?
Yep, it's Harold Diamond.
Wait, his name is Harold Diamond?
Yes, that makes it even better.
No way!
In real life or in the movie?
No, in real life.
Actor, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Here he is. That's him! He was in Rambo 3, Picasso Trigger, King Arthur, Thunder. He stays busy too.
Well, that's what I was saying. A lot of these actors, I've looked at some of them, they're all pretty active in, B movies.
He's not in the next movie though. I'm a little disappointed.
Is he in any of the next ones?
No.
He must have.
That's disappointing. He did Picasso Trigger, Rambo 3, Spellbinder, Killing American Style, Train to Kill, Gypsy. He is not. Oh. I don't know who the...
He had a picture on there, though. He posed with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, I mean, he's like the cheap Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I mean, that's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said when we watched Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I remember that. But, yeah. I like him, too.
I'm trying to find who was the guy? They don't have the guy who was the bodybuilder.
I don't know. He didn't really have a speaking role, so. So Call of Duty ripped off this movie because remember they had RCXD.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't. If you don't play Call of Duty, you probably don't know, but they have like an RC car, and in the same vein of the RC plane that they strap like TNT to. And
RC car inbound.
Oh,
What?
that was Tim. Tim scared the crap out of me. I forgot you were here still, Tim, because you weren't saying anything.
Well, he didn't watch the movie like he was supposed to.
No, but
Eating pizza though, so
okay, your excuse. Taryn drives it into the building and just detonates it. Doesn't kill any of the guys. She then has to shoot one of them, and the other guy shoots her.
They took shelter in a paper walled section of the house.
Think a paper wall like a Japanese house. And she gets shot. Doesn't get hurt because her little skimpy vest is bulletproof apparently.
Yes, she did have a bulletproof vest on. But that must have been a thing because the year before, the Deadpool came out. It was the last Dirty Harry movie.
Yeah.
They had a remote control car with dynamite on it because they were trying to kill Dirty Harry and his partner.
Mm-hmm.
And his car was going like 90 mile an hour. This little RC car was through the streets of San Francisco. I mean, it's flying through the air. It's pretty badass, actually. So that must have been like a thing back then to strap TNT to a remote control car to blow shit up.
I'm guessing the IRA in Ireland did it.
You think that's where it came from?
That's probably where they got it from. The freaking Irish doing it to the Brits.
Don't they use a little RC type car in that movie with the, I can't think of the name of it, with the bus when it won't slow down?
Speed? With
No.
Keanu?
No, that was, they used a shop cart almost, like a little...
Oh, yes, okay.
But, I don't know, they kill all the bad guys. They do some weird chase scene with a jet ski and a random hovercraft.
Oh yeah,
And
the rented hovercraft.
Yeah. What was the rental company?
I don't know if I wrote it down.
You can see the rental company on the back that rented them this hovercraft. Like the bumper
It was
hovercraft.
a bumper hovercraft.
That you'd see at like the tourist traps with like the mini golf and go-karts. It's one of those types of things.
You forgot during the big fight in the hotel with Mikey's favorite Van Damme ripoff was the guy shot through a wall with his machine gun and then ripped the wall down to get through it.
Even though he was blind.
Yes, he was blind.
Karate guy poked his eyes out.
You have to watch these films. I mean, I have an all new respect for movie makers, and I've seen a lot of big blockbuster movies that aren't as entertaining as these movies.
Go into these movies with no expectation. Go in just wanting to, turn your brain off and watch.
You forgot about the other blooper in the fight scene, so where his shotgun's in one hand that he drops real quick to hold the knife in the same hand.
Yeah.
But also that he's got blood on his face before he even gets punched in the mouth.
That's another hallmark of a Sidaris film.
Yes.
They have blood on
before
them
they even get
before
punched.
They get hurt. And of course, we gotta remember, at the end of the movie, they're all on the Malibu Express, or a Malibu Express, talking about what happened. And of course, the girls are in skimpy outfits.
Yes.
And Taryn, of course, because she's not an actual agent, she's a civilian, kept evidence of the Picasso trigger, which is like a $30 million painting.
Yes. And they all laugh together.
And then they all laugh. And then they do a flashback with all like the girls in their naked topless scenes.
Well, don't forget that he coordinated the mortar to blow the guy up.
We brought that up when I was talking about the...
He used a calculator.
Oh, he used a regular TI.
It was like a regular calculator.
TI 1000.
Yes, that was attached to the thing. So, all in all, I mean, I'm loving these Andy Sidaris movies. I cannot wait for the next one, which is going to be... Which one?
I don't know. Do you remember that?
I'll have to look it up. Hang on.
We're professionals, as you can definitely tell.
It's like Miami something or other, ain't it?
I don't know.
No, Savage Beach.
Savage Beach.
Savage Beach.
I thought it was Return to Savage Beach.
No, it's Savage Beach. DEA agents flying cargo as part of their cover make an emergency landing on a remote island in the Pacific, where several unscrupulous parties are looking for a WW2 gold treasure. Whoa. So let's see who. I mean,
it's why I thought of Return to Savage Beach.
No, because Return is the sequel.
His last movie he made in 1998, Sidaris, was Lethal Ladies: Return to Savage Beach.
Yes. Well, this is Savage Beach, so this only has Donna and Taryn in it. And you got Captain Anderson.
Do we have any Abilenes?
No Abilenes.
No Abilenes.
We already got 3 of them dead. Oh no, not dead. They're not dead.
They're not dead. They're
They're
just.
not dead,
Oh no,
they're
we get Shane Abilene.
Shane Abilene?
Yeah. Played by Michael J. Shane.
Well, that's.
His only work he ever did. Actually, never mind. No, it's not. He plays in 3 more. He plays in all the rest of the
Okay,
movies.
I cannot wait to watch this movie because in the Did You Know section of IMDb, all principal actresses in this film were former Playboy Playmates.
All right.
Thank you, Andy Sidaris.
This guy had to have been like something in Playboy at some point.
A creep? Like he just hired them to be in.
Did I hear something interesting through the crunching of my Cheez-Its?
Yes, you did.
Interesting.
So you're 3 movies behind, Tim. You need to get caught up.
These are all. Most of them are free on YouTube. You can find them on
You
YouTube.
can find them on YouTube or whatever. They're like 90 minutes long, and they don't feel like you're wasting your time.
So as I was looking at Andy Sidaris' IMDb page, did you know he won an Emmy for the 1968 Olympic Games?
Shut up!
He was a director on the 1968 Olympic Games and won an Emmy.
Good for him. That's awesome.
So he is no slouch. He has an award.
He has an award. I mean, he's an award-winning director. I mean, can't say that. There's a lot of directors out there you can't say that about. And
He probably just got so rich, he just wanted to make his own movies, and no one could really stop him. So it's just like he got to do what he wanted to do. But I look at them like as almost like cult films.
I think they are cult films. You just don't hear a lot about. I mean, there's so many different kind of cult classics out there. There's got to be guys like us out there who love these movies like we do.
When I was looking before we even started the first with Hard Ticket to Hawaii, I looked it up, and the description of it is the cult classic. So it definitely has a cult following. Like some of these.
I mean, they're not gonna have you throw T-shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
with like 20 different colors.
That's a sign of a cult classic. Is when you got your own T-shirt going. I mean, I've got my own T-shirt, honestly. So.
But you're not a cult classic.
But I'm not a cult classic yet.
You're getting ahead of the game.
I am. I've already got my shirts, so I figure one day I'll be a cult classic. But I'm loving Andy Sidaris. Thank you, Mr. Sidaris, for making these.
He passed away in 2007.
Oh my God, that's depressing. I thought he was still alive. Well, thank you, sir, Mr. Sidaris.
We salute you.
We salute you because you are a movie genius.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
So if we have no more to say about this, let's go into like what we've been watching this week or what we finished up.
I've been watching The Office, Chris. That you're making cheesy ass jokes about, Chris, that you don't think is funny, Chris.
I don't think The Office is funny. The Office has. I would go to my grave saying this.
Office has like a handful of good episodes.
Exactly, and everything else with The Office is one line per episode that's funny.
That's not.
And you gotta watch 30 minutes to get to that one line that's
I
funny.
think the shows are hysterical.
No. Wrong. You're wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, before we get to this part, I forgot something. It's very important to us in the last decade. Game of Thrones, 10 years ago today.
Yes.
Aired its first. Was it 10 years ago today or 10 years?
It was probably sometime last week. It's probably Saturday or Friday or something.
So it came out in 2011.
Yeah, 10 years ago, aired its first episode. What was it called? Beyond the Wall, I think? What was the first? I forget the first episode's name.
Night Watch?
It came out April. It had to have been April 10th because that was a Sunday. So that was probably been the first day because it was always on Sunday nights.
Instead of Googling this, I'm looking it up
2011.
on my...
Oh.
Shit, it doesn't have it on this.
Yeah, so it would be Saturday. Yeah, it would have been yesterday.
It would have been, yeah.
We're recording this on Sunday, the 11th.
Winter is Coming was the name of the first episode. And I won't lie, I wasn't hooked. I didn't watch it till the second season. Like
We didn't
probably
either. We found out. My brother's like, yeah, we're gonna watch a show called Game of Thrones, but we have to watch the first season first because the second season looks cool.
Yeah.
That's how we got hooked. We binge watched the whole first season.
And I gotta admit, the first season didn't catch me until the third or fourth episode. It didn't hook me. But after that, I'm just looking at the case behind me. I got every season on Blu-ray. I got a freaking statue. I got every book.
It's April 17th is the day. Winter's Coming debuted April 17th, 2011.
So it was.
So it's next week.
It's next week. Okay, well, HBO and Game of Thrones did their thing this week, so.
Well, this is a whole build-up, probably.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Well, I know you posted something on Twitter, but what were you guys' favorite moments?
Red Wedding.
Red Wedding?
Because that is nothing more shocking. That is the most shocking episode in TV history, in my opinion.
That's one of the things that sticks out to me the most.
Because you didn't see it coming. I mean, you did.
Unless you read the books.
Yeah. I read half the book.
Oh, they're all right there. I know you got all the.
I'm missing one. I got lost when I don't know when I'm.
Okay.
Because I remember when I lived in Florida and I was a bachelor, and I used to go eat at Ruby Tuesdays every weekend without fail. That was my deal, and I went so much that I knew all the waiters and waitresses and managers and stuff. And I remember one of the waitresses was getting caught up on Game of Thrones, and I said, "Has she got to the Red Wedding yet?" Because she was loving the show. She's like, "Oh, she's talking about Robb Stark and all this stuff, you know." And I'm like,
that's how it goes.
Has she got to the Red Wedding?
Don't
yet?
get attached.
She's like, I don't think she has. She's like, hey, have you seen? I think she was like 2 episodes behind. She's like, I said, so where are you at? Well, this happened. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, we just left it at that. So the next time I go in there, she had seen the Red Wedding episode. So I was like, so did you get caught up? Oh my God, I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah, right. It's like you need to request that next day off of work just so you can grieve.
That was the harshest episode of anything I've ever seen.
If it wasn't Red Wedding, I think it was when the first episode where the dragons actually did something. When the one guy's holding a Drogon by the chain, and Daenerys says Dracarys, and he just burns everything. Oh,
yeah.
You actually see the dragons do something, but you gotta wait for 4 more seasons for them to do anything again. But I don't know. Nothing. There's not. Come on, Ari. Ari is Mikey's cat. Not Ari from the show. Where was I going? Oh, there hasn't been a show since, I don't think ever again, where we're all, we all go to your house or come over to my place to watch
to
the
the
show.
TV, right?
Yeah. And for the next week, it's all you talk about. Because we were in school, college, and the entire next week we'd be talking about it, and they're like, okay, so we're going to your place or my place. Drinks or no drinks, pizza or eat before.
Well, I mean, nowadays, aside from it's going to have to take a streaming platform like HBO where they release it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I think HBO will do that.
Instead of Netflix where they do, they release everything at the same time. So,
my hope is for the next Game of Thrones series to hook us like that.
I hope so.
Because they're not speeding it up. They're working slowly on it. They are doing kind of the same thing where they have your known actors and actresses, but they're not the main people. But they have a bunch of unknown or up.
But they did that in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, to a point. I mean, Ned did have what's his name? Ned Stark was a big name actor.
Spoilers: he died in the first season.
But no, he was a big
first episode.
So Charles Dance was
last episode of that season.
No.
He got episode 10 and he got his head cut off.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
So Charles Dance was in it, and he was
Charles Dance.
He was the Lannisters' dad.
Oh yeah.
But he's a big name actor.
Cersei was a
big name actor, and then you had
Tyrion was what's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. All he was known for though really was Elf.
Yeah, and Death at a Wedding.
And then
Diana
Rigg, of course.
Cersei
was no. Diana Rigg was
the queen.
The queen that was telling
Dorne.
She was
Oh, yeah.
Lady of Roses or something.
Yeah. But she was a Bond girl, wasn't she?
She was in the Mod Squad, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So, but she was a big, like you said, they were side actors. Aside from what's her name, Lena Headey.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, Lena Headey wasn't that big at that point. Anyway, she'd kind of gone down. I wouldn't say gone downhill, but she wasn't as big as she was.
Right. Exactly. So.
She wasn't Xena anymore. No, she wasn't Xena. That's Lucy Lawless. My bad. I was thinking of Spartacus.
Lena
Good
Headey
show.
was. Well, she was in 300, I know, right?
Yeah, she was in 300.
I think my favorite part of Game of Thrones was when Princess Kenny came back to save PlayStation from Xbox.
Get out of my garden!
Oh, and then you got
I'll take a
the
shit in
South
your
Park
garden.
theme song. Wiener.
That was the Red Robin wedding, is that what it was?
Pizza. It's coming.
Oh my god.
And then a big floppy wiener comes out.
Oh man, that was a great episode.
You know, I watched an interview with George R. Martin, and he talked about that.
Don't you mean George R. Martin?
And
he talked about the South Park episode?
Yeah, he liked it. He's like, I liked it.
That's a privilege
Yeah.
to be made fun of on South Park.
South Park and
SNL.
SNL, not really. Yeah, I guess
In
SNL.
Futurama.
No, not.
Yeah, of course.
I know they
had,
made
like,
fun of
Stephen
Brad
Hawking.
Paisley on South Park, and his avatar on Twitter for the longest time was his South Park.
Who's the guy that played the
Character.
dog?
George Clooney was the dog.
Was the dog? No, but who's the one singer that if you get a rip, he rips you? You know you've made it. He did White and Nerdy.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al. South Park's on the same level.
Well,
as
Ghost
Weird Al.
Adventure or Ghost Hunters. They made fun of Ghost Hunters,
Yeah.
and they're like, "I feel something warm coming down my leg," and they were peeing and pooping themselves because they were scared. They thought it was hysterical because I remember them
There's
tweeting
something
about
warm. It smells like poo.
it. No, Billy Mays, leave me alone. Speaking of streaming or TV shows that have ended or coming to an end, the last episode of Shameless was on today on HBO. So
Wow.
Shameless is over
I thought
after
that show was like,
10 seasons.
jeez.
I think I
No,
watched
11
like-
seasons. I'm sorry.
I think I watched maybe 6 or 7.
That was I binge watched it like all last year, either like the year before. I
You've
binge
been
watched
talking
it.
about it for a while.
It was so good from start to finish. It was a great show. I like the way they ended it. It ended really well. It didn't end stupid. Those kids grew up on that show. I mean,
Oh yeah.
but what a great show. I mean, I'm kind of sad to see it end because William H. Macy is spectacular in that show as Frank Gallagher. He's good at anything he's in, though, really. He's just one of them solid actors that he's never huge, but I mean, he was great in Boogie Nights. He was great in Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that he was in Mystery Men, too. I believe he's a Mystery Men.
I fucking love Mystery Men.
He's a
Finally,
Mystery Men. That's
somebody
what he's
else
busy.
that
He's a
has
great
heard of
actor.
and loves Mystery Men. Thank you.
I've never seen Mystery Man. I've heard
It's
of it,
so fantastic. Be the shoveler.
He was the shoveler, wasn't he?
Was he the shoveler?
I
just
think he
love
was the shoveler.
That sounds right.
Because Pee Wee Herman was the spleen, right?
Yes, he was the spleen.
He's the spleen. That was a great movie.
And then the guy with the forks, and he's like, "Why do you throw spoons and forks? Wouldn't it be so much better if you threw knives?" Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, Blue Raja. Janine Garofalo was the bowler. William H. Macy was the shoveler. Kel Mitchell was Invisible Boy, and he was never invisible.
Which I feel like the South Park's, what is Cartman's little gang called? The
Coon Squad?
yes, I feel like the Coon and Friends
Coon and
are
Friends.
essentially the Mystery Men. If you think about it, you can like kind of match them up each with the Mosquito. He would be like the spleen. Fast Pass.
Ben Stiller was furious. He would get really mad. That was his superpower. He would just get really mad.
he would like shake his head. And then the girl with the bowling ball.
Yeah, that was the bowler. That's Janine Garofalo. She had a head in her bowling ball, right?
Those are dad's head or something.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
dad's head.
Yeah, William H. Macy was the shoveler. That's right. The hell is that?
Already.
It's the cat.
So anyway, William H. Macy's great. If you want to binge watch, isn't it on Netflix? Is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I don't think it's all the way caught up.
No, but that's a great
Like a
show.
season behind or
I
something.
highly recommend it.
Um,
Not that any of this is my recommendations anyway, because y'all are losers and
I'll
freaking
watch it.
millennials.
Looney Tunes though, good show.
Yeah, that's right.
I started watching Naruto Shippuden finally after so many years.
Shippuden.
Shippuden, Shippupi,
Ship it in.
Shippu.
Shippoopy.
Shapoopy. I was like the same thing.
And also, about a year late, but I finally started doing it. I started watching the Harley Quinn show on HBO
Cartoon.
Max.
I told you that show was badass.
He did. First episode, I was laughing my butt off. It's just Harley and Ivy and Harley's crew now out causing shenanigans.
Yes. You
I'm
got,
like
you got
5
the
episodes in.
shark guy
Yeah,
and
King Shark,
yes.
who's the IT guy, and I like how it's like the world's kind of just accepted there's villains and heroes, and they try to like match up like, you know, hey, I'm trying to find my nemesis, so there's like PR squads for
Yes,
it.
yeah, right. That's a
And
great
there's like
show.
realty or like realtors for like helping you try to find your secret lair. And like the reality show with the one lady, like when Robin got caught lying.
Oh yeah,
It's a good show. I like it.
it's a very good show. And of course, I watched the next episode of The Mighty Ducks. Great show. I mean, it's a family show. It's like the movie. It's cut out of the. It's just like the movie. You're not going to go.
Quack, quack.
It's a really good movie. It's got Emilio Estevez is in it.
Emilio.
Emilio! Mighty Duck Man himself. You saw The Breakfast Clubber. It's a great show. I highly recommend it. Lauren Graham's in it. She plays this kid, the mother of this kid who gets cut from the Ducks, and so they start their own hockey team, and they're called the Don't Bothers. That's the name of the team. It's called the Don't Bothers because nobody wants to be on their team. Nobody likes them, and they're terrible. So, and it ties in with the movie. It really does because Gordon Bombay. So it has a tie-in with the movie. It's a cute little show. It's a good 30-minute watch. It says 35 minutes, but since it's Disney and they list the 87 different voice actors for every other country it's in, it's only like 28 minutes.
They gotta list them every time.
Yes, they do.
Like even if you don't actually listen to them.
Yeah.
That's the same with WandaVision when I watched it.
Yes,
They
same
had
way.
like 7-minute credits.
Yeah, that's the way the Mighty Ducks is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah, I did watch WandaVision. Watch episodes 3 through 9. I skipped because I heard the first 2 is pretty pointless. I mean, you basically you can get a glimpse of the first 2 episodes by the beginning of each other episode because they kind of piece together, and then at the end it really kind of throws everything in there. Wasn't bad. I don't know. Like I kind of got a sense of where it was going, like maybe around episode 6 or so. Like I knew it was all like they kind of pointed it all towards it was all Wanda, but I felt like it was like a Wanda origin story more than anything.
And Catherine Hahn, my new movie.
All I heard was
My new
Wanda
movie crush.
orgy story. I'm it. I'm just saying.
Oh, that'd be okay too with that.
get your head out of the gutter.
Catherine Hahn's
My
my new
head's
movie
in the
crush.
gutter always.
What?
Catherine Hahn, she is my new celebrity movie crush. She
Who's
played the
it?
witch.
Oh yeah, Agnes.
Agnes.
Yes. She was, she was married to Derek in Step Brothers.
Yeah.
That wacky. I
Yeah.
have got the hots for her. I like her a lot.
I liked
She's
her
my new
character in
celebrity.
that.
She's
I
my new
mean,
celebrity crush.
yeah, I liked her character in the WandaVision. I think it kind of helped piece things together, but I didn't know there was like. Her name is Esther. I guess Wanda's name is Scarlet Witch, but I didn't think like she was actually a witch. Even though, and then with Agnes, she's like, "Oh, you're a witch. You're just a special witch."
Yeah, like the Mind Stone or whichever
Yeah.
stone it was, kind of brought it out of her or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought she was just kind of throwing that out there, but I didn't think it was like really real. But
Check out Mrs. Fletcher on HBO Max.
I heard of that.
Watch it.
You
With
said
Catherine
something about
Hahn.
that before.
It's really good.
And we'll stick to Marvel. I also watched I'm caught up on Falcon and Winter Soldier, so I watched all 4 episodes. Man, that 4th episode is lit. Capital Lit. What an ending.
Which letter is capital?
All of them.
Oh wait, all of them?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go watch it right now.
Yeah.
I know I might have to actually watch them now because I watched the first episode and just didn't have any interest.
I haven't watched any of them, so
But
I mean,
I might watch one tonight before I go to bed.
yeah, the
The funny
person.
thing is, I went to go watch it, and then I saw Class Action Park there, and I was like, well,
addicted to that show.
Yeah, John
I'm
Walker.
your local expert on all dangerous theme parks.
Yeah, John Walker.
Specialty water parks.
John Walker in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, the new Captain America they kind of promote, I guess. He's a joke. I hate him.
I feel bad for the actor. He's getting a lot of hate.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, because
But he plays the character perfectly.
no,
He's not
because
supposed to be a Captain America. He's supposed
Yeah.
to be John Walker.
he just seems like he's forcing. He's not. I thought of this when I watched it, and now I forgot.
That's Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah, so he's not Captain America.
He's not Chris Evans.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
That's-
America's ass.
That's Kurt. Yeah, that's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son.
Who's Goldie Hawn?
Oh
I don't
no.
know who Goldie Hawn
Kate
is.
Hudson's mom.
Uh,
Goldie Hawn? Are you friggin' kidding me? Private Benjamin, Wildcats,
yeah.
Overboard.
Oh.
Nope.
All I keep hearing is boomer.
I've heard of Goldie
Are you
Hawn.
kidding? You don't know who Goldie Hawn is?
No.
I feel like they make his character like try
I've
too
definitely
hard.
heard the name Goldie Hawn before, but I don't know if I could.
You know who Kurt Russell is, right?
Yes.
I feel like I probably heard it in like a Family Guy episode.
Oh, the only reason you know who Kurt Russell is because of Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
2.
I know who Kurt Russell is.
Okay, that's good because I was getting worried.
But, Mikey, what were you saying?
The computer wore tennis shoes, right? That's what
Yeah, John Walker, he like tries too hard, I guess. I don't know, like he wants to get involved, like he wants to be the star of the show. But it's like really not about him. I mean, it's really not. I guess you could say it's got Falcon and Winter Soldier. I guess it's about them, but like they try to go about it one way, and he's like, "No, we got to do it my way because I'm Captain America, and we should do it my way, and you should listen to me and not like work together." And that's why I don't.
I mean, in
like
his
him.
defense, he is Captain America, and you should
It's only
probably
a
do what
6
Captain
episode
America
show.
says.
Huh?
It's only a 6-episode show.
I thought it was 4.
No.
No, I think it's 6.
Yeah.
It's 6.
Oh.
Next episode is the 16th.
I'd be mad if it was 4 because it left on a crazy cliffhanger.
Oh, they're only 47
Crazy.
episodes.
Yeah.
And I wish you guys would watch it so I
All right,
about
I'll
it.
try and watch it
I
this
was
week.
going to watch episode 2 tonight when I was going to
Good.
go to bed. I'm going to edit this. This episode's not going to get out right away. I'm not going to edit
What
it
do you work
tonight.
tomorrow?
I work 8 to 2.
On the trolley?
Yeah.
You just trolley ride all
I'm
day?
trolley hopping all day.
All week?
Yeah. Because Jan's out.
Yes, the boss is out, so you can't train.
Yeah. I'm still going to train. You know, I got the package.
Yeah,
So I'm going to sit in the bus doing my walk arounds in my head. Are you back on Spirit?
I am, thank God.
Yeah, you.
Jeez.
Friday, you look dead. Like you just wanted to leave.
I did. Well, I wanted to get to the track, but which I eventually made it to the track, but I'd like to have been there earlier.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Does anyone have anything else to add for this? You know, anything else they watched? Anything we should watch? Going to watch? Need to watch?
Is there any movies coming out this next week?
I want to bring this up now so we all can get ready, and so can you guys if you want to talk with us.
Mortal Kombat comes out in a couple weeks.
I want to do. I talked to Chris about Friday or Thursday. I can't remember. Probably Friday because that's the last time I was on the bus with you. Let's do a Mount. You know how like ESPN and Fox Sports.
Oh, that's right.
They do like Mount Rushmores of players. Let's do Mount Rushmores of like basketball movies or something.
Yes, like baseball movies, sports movies, basketball movies, baseball movies.
I'm picking for basketball that Disney movie with the girls or the basketball team.
Man?
Hang up on him right now. We all know Hoosiers is the best basketball movie in the history of cinema.
The one with Samuel L. Jackson's not bad.
Coach Carter's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's hold on. let's save.
I'm telling you, don't forget. Since Chris has never heard of it, The Fish Who Saved Pittsburgh is a great basketball film.
Let's table this till next week because we're at an hour now, and I don't want to push this to over an hour and a half because this will definitely push us there.
It'll push us longer than that because me and Tim will start arguing like we always do.
Yeah.
Listen, you old son of a bitch.
All right. Do we have a shower thought?
I do. Where did it go? Oh, okay. Well, I think I remember it. I think we all play video games here, and most of you that listen probably play them. So when you choose your difficulty, think about this. When you choose easy mode, that makes it hard for the villain. So just think about the villain next time.
Wait, can we get two? We got two last time. Do you have another one ready?
Maybe. Give me a second.
It's okay if you play it on easy. We accept that.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's okay if you don't have one.
Oh, Red Sox are leading their division. They're 6-3.
Yeah.
Because Martinez hit like 9 home runs or something this weekend against the Orioles.
I guess it's weird that we can easily trust our ability to stand anywhere, but once we get to the edge of a cliff, we're just like, I don't know if I can stand here.
That is true. I have stood on the edge of the Grand Canyon and been frightened for my life.
Maybe a good breeze will come
you
by, but
you forget how to stand all of a sudden. That is
your knees start shaking.
Yes.
Mom spaghetti. All right, Timmy.
So since it's late, I'm not going to be able to be as loud as normal. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
Off the cuff.
Just take another bite of pizza first or something?
Hey, I lost my train of thought. Can I get another shower thought?
No, two's my limit.
Cut away.
Line.
Oh, man.
Come on, Tim.
I thought I was getting a shower thought. Okay, I'll go. Thank you for listening to this fantastic podcast where we talk about all of your and our favorite topics. And check us out wherever you get your favorite podcast, which should be this podcast. And come listen and you'll never wonder who's your nerds.